What's good? It's your Iris, and I'm back at it again with a back at it again. You feel me? I'm in Queens right now, headed home, and I was like, let me do a reading. So, what's good? Hope you can feel me. So, let's see what's good with the energy. The energy. Um, changes, changes. Obviously, it's always changes. Let's see what's going on though. What are we talking about, spirit? Allow this reading to be for clarity, Father. Ooh, did we lose a card? Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold up. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I lost a card just now. Feels like I lost it. I lost one. I don't even know if it went out. Okay. The Hanged One. Five of Wands. Okay, you're probably thinking about a situation, a conflict. Okay. Something that maybe needs to happen. Maybe it happens naturally when, you know, yeah. Maybe it happens naturally when bullshit needs to be taken care of. Okay. You're stirring up shit. Or you feel like something that you stirred up is being made tranquil. Ace of Cups, yeah. Because you want everything to be like, you want everyone to be chill. You want everybody to be respectful. You want, like, good things to happen in your life. And sometimes in order to have that happen, you have to put your foot down. I had somebody comment on my last video talking about they don't want to be God, in a sense where they choose people's judgment, I guess, in some way. I don't remember exactly what they said, but what we don't understand is that we are in the image of God. We say it all the time, but we don't believe it. God in the Bible says that we are gods. He is the God of gods. We read it, we say it, but we don't believe it. So it's like, what do you believe in? Like, what do you believe in for real? So if you don't believe in God, what is it, like, what do you believe in is the question. um you have the power to make changes in your life. Sometimes in order to make changes, you're not going to do things that other people are happy about. A lot of times you're going to do something that is going to change somebody else's perspective, whether they like what you do or not. The only difference between people that feel like they have people's lives in their hands, there's a difference between somebody that thinks that they have people's lives in their hand and somebody that feels like I have the ability to change the trajectory of where this person possibly thinks that they're going to be going. You can't change anybody, but you can set the tone of where that person thinks that they're going. So what I mean by that is not taking away somebody's free will, but having boundaries. A lot of times you having boundaries will make that person think about what they're doing. If that doesn't happen, then that's the rest is up to God. But you did what you can do. Understand? It's something that we do naturally, but, like, again, there's a lot of things we're programmed to believe that's bad, that really is necessary, actually. We're programmed to believe certain things are bad because the higher ups and the elites don't want us to believe that we have a certain amount of power and over our own lives, and possibly others, because there's a lot of weak people that think that they could infiltrate your own life by the way that they move. Yeah. Two of Swords. Don't be trapped in an old way of thinking and a programmed way of thinking. I think most of you are not trapped in that way of thinking. I feel like that card was specifically for that one person, but it's okay. Like, I'm not really necessarily calling you out in that sense. I really want you to learn something about yourself. You are a powerful being. You are in the image of God. You have dominion over the earth. You were made to be like God on this earth, right? you're not made to be above anyone else. God is above all. Understand that. Okay. So I just want to make sure we get that clear. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. You're supposed to be the person that brings people together, whether they want to be a bad seed or not. Sometimes bad seeds need to get spanking. And when they learn their lesson, you bring them close. You show them love. You show them, because a lot of times you already showed them love. They showed you that they need a lesson to be learned. So when you give them the lesson to be learned, you go ahead and show them that love one more time. Like, let's try this again. Okay? That's what that is. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm not trying to be above nobody, nothing, or anyone. That's not what I believe in. I actually believe in humility, accountability, love, and forgiveness throughout all situations. Where you put your forgiveness, where you put your love, where you put your accountability, where you put your humility is the only thing that's specific to your situation and according to your situation. Hope that explains that. All right. What else, Spirit? Okay. Three of Wands in a reverse. Seven of Swords. I feel like there's someone here lying to themselves. I feel like Spirit is speaking to those who are confused and still in the programming. Or maybe you're here to tell people about this programming. Two of Wands, yeah. You're here to show but you don't really understand that. You may not see that right now, but your purpose is to show people out of a programming, show people out of a way of being, whether it's like, oh, I gotta be a bad guy to do something right, or I gotta be really, really, really nice to be a good person. Like, no, like a lot of the times you need just balance. You just need balance. There's no good without evil. There's no evil without good, right? Tower. And this is what you're this is what you're learning right now. Okay, let's move on, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you got the answers. You worked your way to a mindset that people just do not have. And it's amazing. You worked your way to a way of thinking that people just cannot fathom. Okay? You took your time. You didn't rush. You didn't rush the flow of things. This Ten of Wands, and it's funny because Ten of Wands is normally a burden. But you notice how this lady is holding these 10 wands comfortably on top of her head. You was able to hold so much burden in and not, and I'm getting chills when I say this. You was able to hold so much burden in without actually hurting yourself or others. If anything, you just made yourself stronger by holding these burdens and learning from them. It's not like you just held them and soaked them in and let that be who you are. You held them for a purpose. You held them for strength. You held them to build something eventually. That's what's up. I'm hearing somebody just didn't know how to tell their story for other people to learn that same lesson. Strength, right? Now you have the strength to tell that story. You made it to, okay, so you wanted to tell your story before you were finished, but now you made it. You're able to tell your story because you see how the strength came right after the Ten of Wands. And I was saying how the Ten of Wands make you strong. The strength after the Ten of Wands. Okay, keep these up here because these seem very significant. Okay, there was people, look, and I said there was people before I really even looked. There was people that really put you in a predicament. Five of Wands and the Three of Cups. There's people that really put you in a predicament because they knew who you really was, with the star coming behind it. but you didn't know who you was. And you know this story already. I'm sure you've heard it plenty of times. Okay? These people always wanted to work with you, whether it was one person, three people, all different types of people from different walks of life that don't even know each other. It's like you have an energy that brings out the negativity in negative people. And a lot of times it gets really confusing because you worked on yourself so much with the Hermit coming out. You've worked on yourself so much. I don't feel like that like suffices. I feel like you worked on yourself so much that you don't understand why is it so hard for someone else to not get it. Like, okay, how can you be such a mean person, or how can you be such a naive person after going through something so much? Um because I was naive at one point and I got out of it. I was mean at one point and I got out of it. Stuff like of that nature. Knight of Swords. Yeah, people that just can't really get it right. Wheel of Fortune. But you're you're showing people through the love that you have for people how they could change their life around with the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune coming out. You showing people how they could change their own life around. Okay. Nine of Wands. What's this Nine of Wands? Nine of Swords. You're only able to show these people because of all the pain and the suffering that you've endured. Like I said, without hurting other people, without choosing to deliberately hurt other people. You was giving the abundance. I'm hearing abundance. I'm seeing advice, but I'm thinking of the word anointing. So you was given the anointing to give advice, and giving advice is going to bring you abundance. This is your purpose. I feel like I need to end it there. Page of Cups, exactly. This is where you're starting. You're starting here. You're showing people that cup that brings them to abundance. You're showing people that love brings people to abundance. That strength and agility brings people to abundance, not money. Money does not bring you to abundance. Okay? Not large amounts of people. Large amounts of people in your life giving you things does not give you abundance. All right? Love for oneself. All right? Love for oneself brings abundance, because love for oneself brings love towards others. Love towards others brings love to the community. Love to the community brings love to the city. Love to the city brings love to the state, and so on and so forth. Love to the world. You feel me? People don't understand this. And that's why you get conflicted when other people don't understand this. But I don't feel like you're conflicted that other people understand this I don't think you're conflicted that other people don't understand this anymore. I feel like you understand that there are people that don't understand this and they need help. A lot of times people need tough love to get there. You're not the type of person to really disrespect somebody and wish harm on them, wish karma on them. You're the type of person to love on somebody, and when they do you wrong, you wish karma on them so that they can do better, so that justice is served, so they could feel when to do better, because there's no other way. Why else do they put people in jail? Why else did people naturally just spank their kids when they was wrong? Because the kids won't listen to nothing else. They don't understand anything else but pain. A lot of times people that give and people that give out pain, they only understand pain. So when you give them a certain kind of pain that they never really felt before, with guidance, with understanding that they did something wrong, that's when they want to change because they don't want to feel that pain again. Understand? Okay. That's what you're here for. Don't sell yourself short and tell yourself you don't have that ability to change lives just because somebody told you that's the wrong way to do it. What's the actual outcome though? What's the actual outcome? And I'm not talking about a nasty, messy outcome that, still changes somebody, because people can change from a nasty situation and it could be a messy outcome. Like somebody using a tactic of making somebody feel lesser than them for them to calm down. You don't make people feel lesser than you for them to calm down doing bad things. Okay? There's a way of doing things, and only the anointed will understand the right way of dishing out karma. A lot of the times, you're just protecting yourself and allowing God to do the rest. A lot of the times, you're just working on yourself and allowing your spirit team and telling your spirit team, okay, it's time. I'm going to sit back and let you do what you got to do because they need to learn their lesson. Simple as that. A lot of the times, it's you moving the chess piece a certain way that will change the directory of what is happening. And you tell your spirit team, go ahead, protect me and change the situation for the betterment of me and everyone around. Understand this. You have the power to change people's lives, whether it's for good or whether it's for bad. Because what's bad to one person is not always bad to another person. As long as it changes the situation, you know what your purpose is. If it's a conflict in your mind, then it's not for you. You will if you understand what I'm saying, this is for you. If it's conflict in your mind, it's not for you. That's as simple as that. Because you're not ready. You're just not ready for it. You're not ready for this level of responsibility. You have to have gone through some serious shit and some serious understanding at a caliber that's way above to understand this. Okay? I'm very grateful for those who understand this, because I'm not telling people to be coming out here to be fake gods and low key devils. Understand? I'm not telling people that that's what it is. I'm telling people that you have the power to change lives, and changing lives does not look the same to everybody. Understand this. We used to have a I'm gonna just tell a quick story. I grew up in a Liberian church. Liberian from Liberia is African, so it was an African church, and we had a lady, we called her Auntie Caroline. And when somebody's kids were out of control, acting up, they would send them to Auntie Caroline's house for about a week. She would whip that kid up and down. When I tell you, that kid fixed their freaking attitude and knew how to treat their parents right after that, because they appreciated their parents because of what they went through. They didn't want to have to go through that again. Okay? And the thing is that she would have to whip them multiple times. So the kid didn't learn from the first whipping. Understand? That's a problem. That's something that needs to be fixed. That's not something that you do, you like, oh, but sweetheart. No. Sorry, just not everybody responds to that, sweetheart. Not everybody responds to um sweet and sweetness. Okay? We're human beings. We have a devil and an angel essence of ourselves. It's for those who cannot balance those, need to feel a certain kind of pain that will trigger that aspect of them. This is a whole deep conversation. Okay? If you'd like me to go a little bit deeper, you can let me know in the comments. But if this resonated for you, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments section below. Personal readings are open. That information is in my bio on my channel. And until next time, later.